welcome back to Pancakes and Pandemonium. So if you're new here, I am Sarah. I'm a mom of 5, which means my world revolves around food. What to buy to feed them, what to feed them, when to feed them, when to feed them again, how to feed them, what to feed them again. Oh, and what to buy them to feed them again. All of that on a budget, a tight budget sometimes, especially since I'm a stay-at-home mom. And stay tuned because we're about to really add to that list. I've got a huge announcement. But it is Monday, which means meal prepping. And this week, probably for the next few weeks, we are going to be doing an extreme budget challenge. It is back to school time. We've got another birthday coming up, and cutting back and saving is how we can afford like the big hauls when we do them and stuff like that. So, you know, you gotta cut back to go big, and it's a whole thing. So y'all remember I introduced you to my baskets. You'll see in our grocery hauls coming up this week, really tight budget. We have dinners for under $50 for the week, and we have breakfast and lunches for right around $50. So I gotta make sure the kids do not get into the stuff. When you see the haul, you'll see they already drank about half the milk, and it's gotta go into 2 cereal days, which means I have to be on the ball, and I gotta make sure I'm up and making breakfast for Lance so that like he's not foraging and grabbing whatever, because he will. I got my work cut out for me this week, y'all. So you remember my baskets? We are gonna stock our baskets with each meal we need for that day, and then put the others, like I'm gonna make sure the peanut butter and jelly, I'm probably gonna grab a gray basket and put it in there down in the pantry so that they're out of sight, out of mind until the day I need them. If they don't fall into one of the 4 basket days, I'm gonna get 3 more baskets soon, but not soon enough. And then we're gonna prep our cereal for the week. And then I've got some veggies. I need to get some cucumbers wrapped up in paper towels to last and some stuff like that. So I thought we would get some things prepped, and we would talk this mostly crumbs. There's just a little bit of that one left. We'll get the super noisy stuff like out of the way. So, when does your area start school? Are y'all homeschoolers? Are y'all public schoolers? Are you private schoolers? And I love hearing school routines. I just find it so fascinating. My sister I've always had fun hearing how they get ready for school, because one of my nieces is a super competitive gymnast, and so she's done school at like a homeschool program through the gym. My other niece, same family, she homeschooled when she was younger, but when they lived in New Mexico, she went to this really small Christian private school and loved it. And when they moved to Georgia, they couldn't really find a good fit, so she homeschooled. And she homeschooled, I want to say her first, maybe her second year also in Texas. And then of course COVID. But then it was time to go back to school, and so they were looking for that same element that she really loves and thrives in, small Christian school. And oh man, they just found like the perfect one for her. And so I just love hearing like back to school and the routine of buying her stuff and her polos and her dresses for chapel and the kind of stuff she needs. I love it. I loved back to school shopping when I was a kid, and my parents were like, no frills, no fuss. I'm not paying $2 for a fancy pencil. You can have what's on sale for 10 cents, kind of, you know what I mean? But there was just something about walking through the aisles and seeing everything that was like, you know, so. And I love back to school shopping with my kids, even the years we don't have a lot of money. Man, I hope I get to a point where Dollar Tree will sponsor me, because my love for them is real, y'all. And they really do afford me the ability on years where it's been tight to be able to do cute extras for my kids that care about it. And then of course, I have a tendency, if I can, to wait until after the big rush, and back to school clearance is always fun and a big deal. We're filming, so naturally Sasha wants attention right now. For my new subscribers, Sasha's the baby, the spoiled baby. Yeah, we mean you. So, I don't know, Sasha, should we tell him? Should we tell him what's changing? Should we tell him the news? So one of the hard things for me is I have had a feeling, y'all, I mean really for a lot of years, about the time Ryan was going into middle school, I started feeling like, I don't know, maybe I really feel like maybe it's time to homeschool my kids. And then I would convince myself that I did not have the skills to homeschool my kids, especially Ryan and Alex. And about that time, it was becoming evident that Mason was going to need extra help in school. And, you know, all the other things, you know, they need social skills. Things would kind of come up and I would think, why am I doing this? I swear everything's fine. He's just a 10-year-old boy. And things would come up and things would happen. And I would think, why am I dealing with this? I can do it myself. And then some things went down and I abruptly pulled them out right before Christmas break, like just a few days before Christmas break in 2020. And there was an incident revolving around Mason. It was just Mason and him, and I didn't have a plan. So we were winging it and trying to figure it out. So they didn't have a remote program yet. Well, then COVID happened. And so we were trying to switch them to the remote program, and it was just as bad as me trying to wing it. It really was. Everybody was home. It was our district. It was just a giant free-for-all. Nothing was happening. Then we moved. And it was a little bit better, but they were so off routine. They were so off schedule. They weren't getting anything out of it. It was kind of okay, but like Emily was being given assignments to read online and struggling to read, and was so upset that she needed help reading that she didn't want help because she felt like she was obviously supposed to know it because they were giving it to her. And all hell was breaking loose everywhere else. And we were like, okay, these kids need to be in school. They need a sense of normalcy. They need a sense of balance. They need a chance to make some friends. They need to do something else. So partway through that year, we enrolled them and they were doing good. We moved here, transferred them to the district. They've been doing well. If you've been with me for a while, you know what happened last year with Gracie and the busing, which has really been on my mind for a while for a lot of reasons. So Alex is graduating this year and we're gonna work really hard to get him in the same program Ryan's going into. So this excludes them. Mason's going into 4th grade and we held him back a grade when we enrolled him into school here in Utah. We figured it was the perfect timing. We knew he wasn't thriving or doing well in school at that age level. Luckily, Utah schools here, they were willing to take my word for it. I explained to him how he behaved in classrooms and what was happening, and he just was not academically on par with his peers, and he was not emotionally on par with his peers. And I said, I just feel like we need to do this. And really, they were like, it's really your call, so okay. And when we transferred him, they asked me a couple more questions again. And then they were like, makes sense. All right, we'll leave him where he's at. And you guys, it made such a difference that he quit qualifying for SPED, which is special ed. Sorry, special ed acronyms, because I've been doing this for a while. So he's not on a 504 or an IEP. He doesn't qualify autistic. His testing came back that he was definitely on the spectrum, but medical diagnosis versus academic diagnosis are actually two very different things, which means we are just a short while away before he's going to be in middle school. Well, he's going into 4th grade. Moms with older kids, you know, blink and suddenly they're there. It happens so fast. And before I know it, I have to start dealing with the same administration and the same people who are going to expect this kid with his attention span to magically get to school on his own, or mom to get him there, which hopefully my car is running in 2 years, but Lord only knows. There's just so many things. And then we have on the other end of the spectrum, Emily, who is like, you guys are killing me. I want to take dance. I want to take tumbling. Why can't I do all of these things? They're expensive, honey. So I really wanted her in this dance company. It's actually run by her best friend's mom. It's in the neighborhood. It's within walking distance. And I've been hem-hawing. I've wanted Gracie in guitar lessons beyond what the school is teaching her. She's a very talented artist, and I've always sensed she's had a music ability that we have not been able to hone because me and her dad. And so I was sitting there one day, and then I remembered, oh, so many times, one of my dearest friends has told me, and she has told me this about 1,000,000 times, her sister is a homeschooler, and she uses a program where they pay essentially for the kids' extracurriculars. And then they pay for things, she uses them to pay for things like museum passes, Thanksgiving Point memberships and stuff. And I don't think it clicked right away because when I started this journey, it started in Texas and then COVID, and it was such a mess that I've let my, what do we call it, like our caveman brains tell me, you can't do this, you have too many kids, you have too much going on, send them to school and have a quiet house for 8 hours a day. Even though such a big piece of me has always been like, I need to teach these kids. So anyway, clips of these conversations started like playing back in the back of my head. So I started Googling it. I found the links. I reached out to her sister, asked for a recommendation. And I went with her recommendation first and did not hear back from them, and had a feeling in my gut to also apply to the second one just to make sure bases were covered and just see how it worked out. And suddenly the ball just got rolling really, really fast. And long story short, Gracie, Ryan, and Alex are homeschoolers now. Guys, I am so excited. We're working on the final bits of enrollment. I was supposed to be working and talking at the same time. We have a few odds and ends. I've got to submit, proof of residency, birth certificates, all of that. And then we get phone calls from their mentor, and essentially we get everything together. They will walk me through, there is a tutorial that I took, but they'll walk me through how to order stuff, get it here, pick their curriculum. And so I'm gonna do a homeschool haul. I don't know if I'll do a few, just depends on how stuff comes in. Of course, we're gonna do Dollar Tree and Walmart, for some stuff. Guys, they pay for it all. I mean, okay. M's friend's mom is already a vendor with them, so nothing special has to be done. So I'm gonna see how it works with others. I want at least the littles in piano lessons, and Gracie wants guitar lessons and some type of photography or videography lessons, and maybe some extra art lessons. So classes are modular. Mason and Em are gonna be in a program called Wasatch Connect. So they will actually log in to a teacher for part of the day, which I thought was the perfect solution to the mom brain issue. And we haven't set it up yet, but when we went through stuff and went through programs, me and Gracie both really fell in love with the BYU independent study option. So guys, so much cool stuff going on this year. So do you guys want some homeschooling vlogs? Comment down below and tell me. I would love to have a little bit more vlogging on the channel and share it with you if you want to see it. So comment down below and let me know. And I guess now we'll move on to the actual prepping for the week, since I just stopped everything to talk. that's all I have for right now. We've got breakfast and lunches prepped. I've got those cucumbers put away. You guys, this is such a great hack. And the cucumbers last so much longer. And like if you just tear your paper towel into pieces, you aren't wasting a ton of paper towel. It's amazing. But I'm gonna hang out and chill for a bit. Lance is still deciding if he wants me to prep him wraps or if he's just going to make himself lunch off of the meal plan. I did get enough lunch meat and stuff to make him wraps, and the last time wraps were on sale, I got a couple extra and stuck them in the freezer. So he's just gotta let me know what he wants me to do, and he hasn't decided yet. So I have nothing to prepare for him. But anyway, don't forget to like this video, and you guys don't forget to comment down below and let me know if you guys want to see homeschooling vlogs and how we set it up and how it evolves over the year, and let me know. I'm really excited about that. And then subscribe if you haven't. Guys, it is always exciting here, and if nothing else, there are hauls and always good food. And this week, it's like a week of food. You don't want to miss any of it. So subscribe so you know to come back. I'll see you soon. Bye.